Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your January 2024 tarot reading. I have laid out a mixture of the African tarot and the tarot of the divine along the axis of the horoscope wheel. I will clarify with the good tarot, and I will use 3 oracle decks throughout the reading. I am appreciative of your time. That is what I value most, and I also appreciate all the tremendous support that I've received from you in order to do this. I am beginning to do personal readings. There's information about that in the description box below if you're interested. I will never send you an email offering you a reading. And that's for obvious security reasons. I will never request money from you through an invitation for a reading. However, I am going to be giving a free reading away each month. And in order to notify those of you that have put comments in the box, given me donations, the basis from which I'm going to be making these selections, I will send you an email asking you for information for a free reading. I will not be offering you or asking for payment. So that's a little house cleaning. I'm deeply honored to be in a position to offer personal readings. This is a new chapter for me, so I'm excited for that. So let's get going, Gemini, with your overall energy for the month of January 2024. The Queen of Wands shows you to be confident, to be very full of passion, inspiration, determination. Your magnetism is absolutely displayed, emanating from you as you are very determined about something specific that you are pursuing. There is a desire, there is a goal that is an expression of your authentic being, that is something that others are picking up on and drawn to. You are probably amazingly attractive to other people at this time. You are able to motivate and inspire those that are drawn to you in support of this goal that you are obtaining, reaching for. In the 10th house, this is the house of your social identity, the way others see you. We see the Justice card. The Justice card is giving me information about the way that you have invested in yourself in the past, and the way in which you may now be aware that your investments have been out of balance, have been uneven. Perhaps the investment others have made in you has been lacking, and you are now in a position to make judicious investments in in your resources and what it is that you're capable of doing. This is a card that indicates a sense of empowerment that is very balanced. This is about receiving your place in your community, in your organization, in your work, on your team, that is reflective of your empowerment. But your empowerment is balanced with the needs of others. There is a sense of fairness and justice that is around the expectations you have for work or recognition or reward that you have already earned. This is you receiving something that you've earned, or certainly speaking up and advocating for the redress of something that is owed to you that you have yet to receive. In the first house, we have the Three of Wands. And you are here busy implementing this new vision, this new idea of a creation. You're putting together the pieces to build this team, project, service, product, something that is reflecting your desire to take your skills well honed, well developed, and face the world. Make a plan for the future in which you are pointing your services into unknown territory. You're looking at the world. You're looking for places in the world that can receive your services or talents or gifts in a way that has been previously unexplored by you. And this in part is fueled by the tremendous courage and confidence that you have about the depth of your passion and vision. In the fourth house, the Hanged Man. In the house of your history, your home, your roots. The Hanged Man is definitely your recognition that there is a shift in perspective that is needed in order for you to not only process what it is you've learned, process the level that you are stepping into, this new sense of empowerment, but also being able to maximize the abundance of opportunities around you. I'm getting a very Empress vibe from this particular card at this time. This is you really understanding timing well-timed, perfectly timed, although there's a sense that you're waiting for some elements to come together in order for you to proceed with your plan, to continue projecting out your vision. Here you are very sensitized to the appropriate moment, the appropriate timing, and the need that while you're waiting, while you're gathering information you need, while you're waiting on the response of others to queries, questions, or feelers that you put out, you are preparing yourself, understanding better the extent of your reach, the extent of your powers, and your ability to employ that specific sense of intuitive timing in order to build this vision out, to be successful in the effort that you are envisioning, that you're stepping forward towards. In the seventh house, the house of your significant others, the Judgment card is about this sense of maximum awareness that I'm sensing from the other cards. You are now, as you step into your power, you review your efforts over a period of time. You're recognizing that you've had opportunities on your path. You have been on your path for a long time, if not forever. However, in the past, there were attempts that you've made that were less than successful, and now you have the fuller awareness of your ability to time, stage, process information, act appropriately based on your intuition and your desire to balance out your relationships not only with others, but with the world and yourself. There's a sense here of you finding your place, Gemini, and stepping into that with a greater sensitivity to the needs of your purpose, the needs of your service, that you are bringing a set of gifts into a community space, a working space, onto a team or in a project, but that this is being mitigated by or shaped by your willingness to balance out the energy, to make sure that the exchange of energy, the giving of love, the receiving of love and joy, the satisfaction that you are on purpose is balanced out. There's a sense as well of a kind of do-over opportunity here, a chance at another relationship or another opportunity that has come around in perhaps a different form, most likely from the past. And you have a chance to bring it to success now in a way that you were not able to understand or access in the past. So at this point, I'm going to pull a Starry Beginnings oracle card and ask you, Gemini, if you're resonating with this reading, to like this video, to share this video with others who may find it useful, to comment below. I enjoy reading your thoughts, your feedback, your appreciations, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It is incredibly important to me. It matters, and I appreciate the support that I receive from you. And I pulled Walk Your Own Journey. It is essential to stay on your own path. This is an interesting angle to the sense of balance and reflection that I am getting from this reading, that you are approaching your path with a more mature sense and stronger intuitive sense of harmony, balance, an equal or a reciprocal process of giving and exchanging energy in all forms. I'm also pulling a Flora and Fauna card from Africa, and I have pulled the lion. And the plant associated with this lion is the geranium, whose keyword is favor. You may be facing a tough challenge, but your strength will carry you through. Take control and lead with grace. I actually love these cards. This is quite a lovely summary of the energy, in particular that Empress Venusian energy that I'm sensing overall, and that is moving into the area of your significant relationships. I'm doing this reading on the full moon in Cancer in December, so that energy of balance and pleasure, relaxation is coming through in this reading. The Three of Wands in the first house is clarified by the High Priestess in the second house, and the Eight of Fire in the third house. You are moving quickly in your attempts to make contacts, to build ideas, to find out about sources, resources, supplies for what it is you are building, what it is you are creating. And that movement is really amplifying your natural skills, Gemini. You are a communicator. You are one who processes information constantly. And you've made a lot of inquiries as you pursue this new plan, this new creation, and this opportunity to redo something in a better way. You have absolutely tapped into your intuitive ancestral memory. This is, at least in this reading, the place where you are stepping up to your claim, your position, your place of belonging in the world. You are in the experience of processing information. The model of communication is a one-on-one exchange, and you are having this one-on-one exchange internally with your ancestral self, with the part of you that has memory, self-knowledge, and that is looking for the ways that can be applied strategically on your current challenge, on your current path. And so the High Priestess is remembering, you are remembering the power that you have experienced in the past. And if this is an idea around reincarnation that's challenging for you, you can also think about it as a connection with your ancestors, your even relatives that have passed. Cultural heroes or heroines that resonate for you are also a form of guide, spirit guides on this path that is informing you about the success that you are having, will have, as you are stepping into purpose and doing it successfully, having a successful experience of the balance between yourself and your community, yourself and the world. The Hanged Man in the 4th house is clarified by the Love card in the 5th house and the Temptation card in the 6th house. Both of these cards are really particularly striking as they both are different octaves of the number 6. The Love card, or the Lovers, is really about a choice, 2 paths in some old decks. And the Temptation card is, of course, the Devil card. And this picture immediately brings to mind the story, the biblical story of Adam and Eve. So that rather than the specter of an addictive, obsessive monster that is overwhelmingly in control or has control over aspects of your life, and that enslave you to fulfilling the needs and desires of others. Here you are really making a choice that is acknowledging the wealth of wisdom and knowledge that you have accepted into your life. You can't turn away from what it is you've learned. And so on the path to love and in your relationships, not only do we seek pleasure, but we seek a reciprocal exchange of energies. We seek connection in order to fulfill our life's mission, to elevate our lives into a place of true communion with another soul, true authenticity that is open and shared in our relationships in a way that is clear, that has boundaries inscribed within them, healthy boundaries. And there is a lot about this reading that describes this new level of responsibility to self, that empowers you to make choices that are helping you to build something long-term, something that is lasting, something that is permanent as anything can be, and understanding that instant gratification is not fulfilling your mission at this time, nor perhaps has it ever. But instead, you're willing to take that responsibility to see the things that support your life in a healthy way and make decisions for that. This is a commitment to balance, to equality in your relationships. The Judgment card in the 7th house is clarified by the 7 of air in the 8th house and the Magician in the 9th house. This is really about your attracting not only people that are inspired and compelled by your vision, your confidence, and your power, but this is also the effect of those others who are intimidated by your confidence and instead are critical, sometimes secretly, sometimes directly dismissive, not taking you seriously, not celebrating the things that you have chosen to move towards for happiness and success. In many ways, this can be the description of partners in the past who were lovers/haters at some level, and who may have been competitive with you around the work that you did or your place in the world, your social relations, the way you were regarded, in a way that made them envious and elevated their insecurities and fears. You have, I believe, moved away from relationships like that in general, not just amongst lovers or significant partners, but among your relatives, family members, co-workers, recognizing instead that those folks are part of the landscape on the path to success, but that instead of being blocked by the negative criticism, the sabotage. You now are picking your battles, understanding that this is part of what you've chosen, stepping out into a successful place. Stepping out into your purpose attracts this energy, but instead you're able to address that through your own single will, your determination to use all the resources at your hand in order to move towards this new creation that you're building among relations, colleagues, collaborators, that you are gaining assistance, seeking assistance where needed, and you're not daunted by these types of relationships that once held you in thrall, once controlled or dominated your experience of working with others. Even your sense of who you were, the kind of health or energy that you could have, your profile in the working place was once limited by these competitive forces. You've broken free from that. You're not allowing yourself to be limited by people saying no to you, doubting you, because you're not doubting yourself anymore. You're very clear where you can get the support you need and what your own idea and will is generating for you. This is beautiful. The Justice card in the 10th house is clarified by the Page of Air in the 11th house and the Tower in the 12th house. This is in many ways about your openness to new ideas. You're really allowing old ways of doing things to be shed, to recognize that you didn't have all the tools, you didn't have all the understanding. You were afraid of the commitment, afraid of stepping out and being seen in the past in a way that limited the impact you could have or the relationships that were available to you. Because perhaps you were in competition with those that you were attracted to, with your partners, with your siblings. Now that you've learned to separate yourself from relations and environments that don't support you, you've stepped into a place of openness about new ideas, new ways to do things, new inspirations, new connections, new ways to communicate that support your support of your relationships, and also bring in a let in, allow the support that is available to you. This is in many ways in preparation for the changes that are coming. Your willingness to seek your truth, to be authentic to what is true for you, is allowing you to find the gold or the silver in the clouds, so that unexpected events, unpredictable disaster, the crumbling of the structures that have supported you in the past are seen as seen for what they are, and that is opportunities for a course correction to improve upon your experience, to create something new that is appropriate to your circumstances now. And in order to find the way to step into your position of power, step into the place where you belong, you now recognize that your skills, the experiences you've gained, have prepared you for just this moment, just this environment that we all currently share of uncertainty, insecurity, but that leaves a space for creativity, for improvement, for doing something in a better way, in the way that our old structures are no longer able to serve us for the world that we're in now. I'm going to finish off this reading, Gemini, with an Language of the Flowers oracle for you. And out has popped the bluebell. And the key word here is gratitude. Be thankful for what is good now. That's lovely. A lovely period on this reading. Thank you so much, Gemini, for your time. Until next time, namaste.